am a Fatu.
What?
I'm a full-time entrepreneur. I'm a dog mom. I'm a wellness alchemist. I love all things wellness.
So you start to bring the arms in and up. We curl up into our teaser position and we keep.
Yeah, what else am I? I feel like there are so many things that encompass who I am that y'all are just gonna have to watch. How do y'all feel about that? Clock that. All right. Hey y'all. Wait, but first, let's give me something to drink, okay? Let me. It's a weird. Much better. Okay, y'all. Hey. It is your girl too, and if you're new here, thank you so much for tuning into my YouTube channel. Make sure that you subscribe and stay a while. Turn the bell on so you don't miss a video from me, and make sure you like and comment and let me know your thoughts about what I've been putting up. So we're gonna get straight into it. As y'all can see, I'm at home, and we are very cozy, very demure, very mindful.
Very demure, very mindful.
Because I am doing a get to know me, girl talk, chit chat. If you are a member of Dope Affiliates, then you already know that this is a familiar environment for me. If you know me, you know I love a good blanket. You know I love a little good cozy time. You know I love good chit chat. So we're gonna get right into it. I posted on my Instagram so that you guys could ask me the questions that you wanted to know. But I also have some things that I just want to share. One of the first questions that I got was, tell us about the journey of how two became two, which I feel like is a great place to start because, of course, I want you guys to get to know me. So my name is Fatu. Excuse me, most people know me as Two. I'm from Harlem, New York.
I'm from New York.
Born and raised New York all day. Of course, Atlanta has adopted me, and I've been here for a while, but I'm in New York until I die, okay? A lot of people have been saying that since I've been down here. My New York accent has become omnipresent, but I rebuke that in Jesus' name. So yeah, a little bit about myself. From a very young age, I've always been super passionate about people, about community building, about uplifting others. I am a very big die-hard girl's girl. Of course, the term has been transformed and manipulated over the past couple of years, but I'm a girl's girl till I die, okay? I'm gonna hype up in the bathroom. I'm gonna comment your outfit outside. I'm gonna give you advice. I'm gonna be that girl. So just think of me as like your built-in bestie. I built an online community on my personal platform over the past couple of years, which I will link down below, and it's really about uplifting and me really documenting my journey of figuring out this thing called life, right? For a while I haven't really coined myself as an influencer or content creator because I feel like it's such a niche environment now, and it's like, you know, the who's or whatever the case may be. But yeah, no, I do create content. I would like to think that I'm a woman of influence. But I'm also a community leader of the #1 women's community in the world, Dope Affiliates, at the Dope Affiliates on Instagram. It's a community that I've created to uplift and help women navigate their 20-somethings and early 30-somethings. As I evolve, I'm sure the age demographic will evolve with me, but Dope Affiliates is my business, it is my baby, and we have done everything from amazing events to philanthropic efforts like our breast cancer walk, which is coming up very soon. All of the things community, all of the things allowing women opportunity to learn and uplift and encourage one another while we all figure out this thing called life. So that is a little bit about my business, Dope Affiliates. In terms of how two became two, I feel like, to be honest, the story is still being written. And I know that sounds cliche, but it's so real. Like, I think every single day I'm still learning about who I am. I think I'm still evolving. I'm growing into the woman of my dreams. But, you know, in terms of how I got here, it's been all of the people along my journey that have supported me. I'm such an advocate and proponent of community because community is literally the only reason why I'm here. From being back home in New York, every single opportunity that I've been provided to accelerate my career, my personal development, has been because of the community of people that have been around me, supporting me, ushering me, encouraging me. So I think a large part of who I am today has a lot to do with the people that I've been around. My mother, my grandmother, my family, my friends, my mentors, yeah, all of the things. Also, I think The journey of how two became two has a lot to do with me failing. I think that I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, but they've made me so much better because of them. You know, so I don't really think of them as mistakes or failures really, but like steps for the success that I've desired. I think also just showing up and being myself and being authentic has allowed me to become me. I think that I have a very bold and loud and one-of-one personality, but I think that it has also afforded me a lot of opportunity just by being myself, and that is something that I can really appreciate. The next question was, how was it like adjusting from New York to Atlanta? So, for those of you that don't know, I actually came to Atlanta about 10 years ago now. My age is showing. 10 years ago now, to start my college journey at the illustrious Spelman College. Shout out to all of my Spelman women and Spelmanites tuning in. Babe, I love you. You're my everything. But yes, 10 years ago in 2014, actually, I mean, wow, we're in August right now. Around this time 10 years ago, August of 2014, was when I journeyed down to the Atlanta, Georgia to start my journey at Spelman College, which is crazy to say now. But honestly, it was a very difficult adjustment coming to Atlanta. I will not lie. When I was in New York, I was a totally different girl, woman. Anybody who grew up with me could say that I've had a lot of growth over the years. Thank God for growth, okay? But yeah, it was a tough adjustment. I was very New York to the bone, you know, very loud, standoffish, a little bit of an attitude, you know, chip on my shoulder. I won't lie, I was a little cocky. And I think that it was a little bit hard to just immerse myself in an environment where there was no one really like me. I think at home, especially in Harlem, Harlem is very small. So you know everybody, you know the land, people know you. And I think there's automatically a mutual respect amongst people that is established when you're from somewhere. Like, you know everybody, people look out for you. But coming down to Atlanta, I knew no one. Like, I had no family, no friends, no nothing. My mom honestly was like, why do you want to go all the way down to this school where you don't have anybody? And I'm like, no, I need to go. Like, this is my dream school. When I toured it, I knew right then and there I had to do whatever it took to get me down here. And by the grace of God, my parents said, if you get the grades, you can stay. And I did. So shout out to my parents. I love you guys. But yeah, so I came 10 years ago. And like I said, it was an adjustment. When I first got to Spelman, I was a little bit confused about Southern culture. I won't lie. Like, why do I have to say hello to y'all every 5 minutes? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I just saw you in the dorm bathroom, and I saw you in the hallway, and then I saw you at the caf, and then I have class with you, and I spoke all those times, why do I have to say hi to you again when I see you when we're leaving class? You get what I'm saying? Like, that was a little bit of adjustment for me. The Southern hospitality was Southern hospitality, and I was like, I don't know these people, I don't want to talk. So yeah, that was a bit of an adjustment for me. But once I really got into it, and I got into the swing of things, and I made my friends, and I found my tribe, it was the most amazing experience that I've ever had. I think that Spelman was a great place to land for somebody who was just getting to Atlanta. It is like a microcosm. So I was supported. My professors knew who I was. People looked out for me. And of course, like, I got into my fair share of things, which, you know, maybe I could do a little story time about my time in college. I don't know. Y'all let me know if y'all want to hear that. But I found my people, and I fell in love with Atlanta. And of course, we've been locked in ever since. So I think I'm an honorary peach, but y'all let me know. The next question is, any routines that help you get back on track and stay disciplined? Your 2 life hacks. So many things. I mean, I think routine in general, healthy to remain disciplined. I am a very type A person, so I need structure in order to be able to be successful in my day-to-day life, period. Like, there's no other way for me to kick it besides that. Like, I need structure and routine. And so my morning and my night routine are things that I swear by. Being able to have autonomy and control over the way that my day begins and ends is probably one of the most important things to me. My self-care routine, whenever I'm feeling overstimulated or overwhelmed, I have solo nights, either solo nights in or solo dates, and that's really just intentional time for me to spend with myself. I think so much of my time is dictated by the needs and wants of others, which is not a bad thing, you know. When you are a person that supports a lot of different people and a lot of different initiatives, of course there's a demand for you in a lot of different places, but I'm getting to the point where now I know that I have to fill my cup until overflow before I pour into others, so it's important that I spend that time myself. So solo nights in for me look like me on this very couch right here, obviously with not as much light because it's nighttime when I do these, with some good food. I love to cook. You know, a good skincare, mask, candles. I love candles. Time with my dog, dessert, and really just time for me to indulge. My spiritual routine is very important to me. I'm a woman of God, I'm a woman of Christ, and it's important that I refill my spiritual cup. So going to church is a very instrumental part of my routine that helps me to stay on track. I think that having opportunities to replenish your spiritual cup, especially when your faith is lacking, when you're feeling low, really helps me to stay in alignment. Definitely just being able to set myself up for success for the week and for the following day. So planning out my to-dos, what I need to do, whether it's errands, tasks, responsibilities, putting everything in my Google Calendar. Google Calendar, excuse me, literally is a lifesaver. I put everything in my calendar. If it's not in my calendar, I probably won't be there because I've probably either forgotten or been double booked. I think definitely something that's been helping me more recently is starting my day without my phone. So for the first hour while I do my morning routine, so that looks like me waking up, doing my devotional, doing my 5-minute journal, doing my skincare routine, making my bed, walking my dog, listening to praise and worship music. I do all of that without my phone just so I can unplug and not have to be dictated by what's on my phone. I feel like when you open your eyes straight to your phone, you're looking at your email, you're going straight to your notifications, your apps, your texts. And I honestly just appreciate silence and stillness, so that's another thing. And yeah, just allowing myself time to heal is really important. I think getting back on track sometimes requires you taking a beat and assessing where you are and how you feel and what you need. And I think a big problem for a lot of us is really not knowing what we need. So that's another really big one for me. What is the biggest lesson you've learned that changed your perspective of life? Wow. So many. I have so many. My 20s so far have taught me so many lessons, and if I could go back to like younger too in high school or in college, I would give her a hug and a kiss on her forehead and let her know she's doing just fine. The biggest lesson, one of the biggest lessons I say that I've learned that changed my perspective is I'm not in a rush. I feel like my whole entire high school, college, and even after college career, I was rushing to grow up, rushing to leave New York, rushing to finish college, rushing to get to that next step. And I never took the time to appreciate the present moment, which I feel like is instrumental in being successful. Like if we're always looking at the final destination or even our next step, we don't really get to appreciate the fruits of our labor. And one thing that I've been making a priority is celebrating myself and allowing myself to enjoy the fruits of my labor. Discernment is another big lesson. Everybody does not have your best interest at hand, and I think when you're a naturally nice, inviting, warm person, you can want to allow people to attach themselves to you, or vice versa. Make space for people, help people out, and sometimes people literally don't have your best interest at heart, and it is so important to exercise discernment. Everybody doesn't need access to your energy. It is okay to disappoint people. It is okay to miss out on things. Like all of those things are okay. When you are so quick to say yes to things, you are doing a disservice to yourself because you're not allowing yourself the opportunity to answer the question, do I really want to do this? And I think I spent so much time prioritizing what other people needed and how they felt and their feelings that I honestly put my feelings and how I felt on the back burner, which led me to feeling burnt out, not valued, and very depleted. Another lesson that I've learned is God's time, not yours. Sometimes when we want something really bad, we'll do whatever we can to get it. And if God does not want that thing for you during that time frame, He's going to make it very difficult and very frustrating to get to that goal. And so sometimes it's important to just understand that delay is not denial, and understand that God has His hands placed on your life and He'll give you the green light when it's time. Oh, and then the last lesson I would say is that time really waits for no one. Like, life is really short. And I think a lot of us allow our circumstances, the things that we've experienced, whether it be a breakup, grief, loss, not getting the job that we wanted, delay in any sort, or a loss of any sort, allow us to really waste time, wallow in self-pity, not exercising, being faithful, like really believing in the things that we want to usher into our lives. So we just wallow in self-pity, and when you understand that life is short, time waits for no one, you do not waste an ounce of time, right? Every single morning that my head wakes up off my pillow and my feet hit the ground, I'm appreciative that I was chosen to be here another day, and I'm taking every single second that God gave me to put forth my mission. And I think that's a lot of what me being on YouTube is about. Like, it's something that I've avoided, delayed, been too scared to do for a while now, and it's like, we don't have forever. Sometimes we look at our favorite creators and we're like, yo, like, I remember her a year ago, I remember her 2 years ago. Like, are you going to be the person that people are talking about? Or are you going to be the person that's like, damn, maybe next year, I'll start next time. No, empty the whole clip. Do it right now. Like, I'm in a season of my life where I have no time to waste. All of my dreams, my desires, I'm putting in effort and filling those buckets every single day to be able to get closer to my goal. So those are my biggest lessons, I would say. Are you still working a 9 to 5 and doing your business? Yes. I feel like people ask me this question a lot, or wonder this a lot, like, do I work a job? Yes, I actually do work a job. I am a corporate baddie. That was another question, so I'll answer both parts in one. The other question was talk about being a corporate baddie. So I actually work in cybersecurity. I'm a cybersecurity consultant. Who knew I was a tech girl, right? Yes, guys, cats of the bag. I am a tech girl, a full-time entrepreneur, and full-time corporate baddie. Is a very difficult balance, but of course, heavy is the head that wears the crown. I'm very passionate about my entrepreneurial endeavors, and I'm also very passionate about the work that I do at work. I think it's very important to just put your best foot forward in anything that you do. So obviously, like, I split my time very intentionally, but being a corporate baddie is cool. Now, obviously, it comes with its caveats, like with anything else, microaggressions, women not being as appreciated as they should be, etc., 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 etc. I do my due diligence, and I do, what it takes for me to be able to make the best out of anything, any environment that I'm placed in. So working for me looks like a lot of meetings, a lot of client meetings, a lot of client work, presentations, pitch decks, all those things. Very similar, honestly, to the work that I do in my business. On the admin side, there's a lot of comms and administrative tasks and consulting work that goes into putting on events and getting guest speakers to show up and things like that. So I would say that the work that I kind of do outside of work mirrors the work that I do at work, if that makes sense. It's like a parallel in the skill sets that I have. But being a corporate baddie is cool, but always, always, always remember, and I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this, okay? Do not let that job stress you out, okay? Work is work. Work is work. And when work is over, close the computer, okay? Exercise very firm boundaries in the corporate environment. And if y'all want me to do some more tips on navigating corporate America, specifically the tech space, I'd be happy to. Just let me know in the comments, and I feel like we could chit chat about it, and yeah, I can accept video. Segue into the next question, which I feel like is a really good one. How did you find balance without cutting yourself short or settling? And it's so funny that you asked this question, because this is something that I'm actually still trying to navigate. Finding balance is hard, y'all. Let me get my drink while I, refresh. Whew. How do you find your balance? Like I said, it's hard. Finding balance is hard. It is an uphill battle. I feel like in some seasons I feel very balanced, and other seasons my responsibilities outweigh one another, and I could be feeling a little unbalanced. But I think the key to being balanced in any capacity is to take the time to check in with you, and to be organized. I think that me being able to have very strong organization skills has helped me to remain balanced, because I create time in my schedule to take a break, to take a nap if I need it, to spend time by myself, to decompress from the day. And it's all about structuring in your needs. You know, on the days where I'm feeling a little bit more tired, maybe I want to go out and go to a coffee shop. Maybe I want to, you know, schedule in a spa day, a massage if I'm feeling super exhausted and I need some relaxation. So I think balance, and me finding balance, is all about checking in with myself and being able to be structured and organized. And finding balance without cutting yourself short and settling, I think, has a lot to do about knowing what you want. A woman that knows what she wants never, ever, 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 ever cuts herself short, because that would not be in alignment with what you want. And I think it's important to get really clear on what you want and who you are to be able to successfully navigate life without cutting yourself short. Because if you're cutting yourself short, that means that you're doing a disservice to yourself, and you're doing that for what? You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I think knowing what you want is a big part of that. What keeps you going? Wow, this is a good one. My family and my loved ones really keep me going, and the people that really truly support me. My family has played such an instrumental role in where I am today. Like I said previously, like, my grandmother and my mom are really my rocks. They've held me down since before I was even here, right? Yeah, since losing my grandmother in 2021, I think that's been a very pivotal part of what keeps me going. She was one of my biggest advocates, one of my biggest cheerleaders, one of my biggest supporters, and there was nothing that I could not accomplish or achieve in her eyes. And I think sometimes when I get defeated or when I get down on myself, I can hear her in the back of my head, like, no baby, you could do this, keep going, don't give up, you got everything that it takes. And I think her voice has become a soundboard and a voice of reason for me. There was a long period of time in my life where, y'all, there's something on my lip, and like, what? Hold on. Okay. There was a long period of time in my life, excuse me, where I did not believe in myself. And I think with the absence of my grandmother, it made it that much harder, because she was that one person in my corner rallying for me, bringing me out of dark spaces, lifting me up when I was down. And so without her, I really had to figure out, do you believe in yourself? And for a long period of time, it wasn't. I had somebody that could do it for me. So what was the need to believe in myself? What was the need to think that I was worthy, or to know that I was worthy, or to be confident in my abilities? And so in my self-exploration journey since losing her, I've really developed a confidence in who I am, and I've really established a sureness of who I am as a woman. And so knowing that I had somebody lay that foundation for me, that keeps me going. Knowing that I have a family that believes in me keeps me going. Knowing that I have a little brother looking up to me keeps me going. Knowing that I want him to be able to afford a certain lifestyle when he gets my age keeps me going. Knowing that I have people that have been supporting me for years on my journey, and that really take heed to the things that I've experienced and the advice that I have keeps me going, because I want to be able to pour back into others. So that means I need to be in tip-top shape. And my younger self really keeps me going. I know that sounds a little interesting to some, but the younger version of two, like, she went through some stuff, right? And I think the woman that I am is a full, I don't know the word, example, for lack of a better word, that none of her sacrifices and none of the stuff that she went through was in vain. And know that there's so much more to walk into, to live. Yeah, those are the things that really keep me going. Favorite unknown hobby. I love making floral arrangements. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I'm the flower girl. I love flowers. Actually, I can show you an arrangement that I have right now. Hold on. So I made this arrangement last week. So it's a little dry right now, but yeah, floral making is an unknown hobby that I feel like I really enjoy. I always say to my friends, when I'm an old lady, I think I want to have like a flower shop. and do that in my retirement age, like just sell flowers and have little treats and cookies and stuff. Like, I just think it's such a peaceful and intentional hobby. It is something that really relaxes me. A little bit more about me and what my channel is going to be about, what to expect from me, all the things too. So like I said, I am really passionate about helping women be the best version of themselves. I think that that's something that I obviously really promote and advocate for within my business of affiliates, but that's the true essence of who I am. I want to see people be amazing. I think the world is so much better when everybody shines their light and is the brightest and boldest and most amazing version of themselves. And so I try to live my life as an example of the energy that I want radiated to me and that I want to radiate to the people. So my channel is gonna be all about obviously me, my life, but also just being a dope woman, helping other dope women, and empowered women, empowering women, being the best version of myself, giving the tips to help you be the best version of yourself. Yeah, all things wellness, all things mental health, all things just to be the baddest bitch version of yourself, the highest version of yourself, all of those things. So you can expect girl talks and chit chats and of course life advice. If you have any questions, any advice that you need, please feel free to send me a DM. If you want me to talk about something on my channel, please send me a DM. But you can expect a very cozy, girly, built-in bestie from me. Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of the day in the life vlogs, a lot of travel vlogs, a lot of wellness vlogs. I have a lot of exciting announcements and things that I'll be rolling out from a business perspective over the next couple of months, so you can expect all of that. So make sure that you subscribe. And right now, I actually just paused the video and subscribe. I'll wait. Okay, now that you subscribed, if you made it this far, thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting me. It means a ton. It's so funny, like I literally remember when I first said I was gonna do YouTube a bajillion years ago. I had to archive it because I was so embarrassed. Like, I can actually pull up the day that I announced that I was gonna post on YouTube, y'all. December 10th, 2020, that's crazy. Yeah, wait, let me show y'all. Yeah, we're not gonna do too much on me, but I'm packing my own tea right now. There's nothing, and I'm gonna say this here. God is my witness. There's nothing that I'm ever gonna say that I'm gonna do and I do it. And so this was the one thing on my list that I did not do. And so we're here and we're going full throttle. I think that there was a lot that I wasn't sure of and a lot that I wasn't confident in previous years that made it hard to share, but now, shout out to the full frontal lobe developing. There's just nothing that I'm afraid to share. Like, I can empty the whole clip like, y'all are my girls, my guys, my boys, my people, y'all are my humans. So it's like, yeah, we're here now. It's never too late to start. Just start. And so we can start together. If there's something that you guys are starting, make sure that you let me know in the comments. I love to support you. I love to follow you. I love to engage with you. And let me know. But yeah, if you made it this far, thank you for being here. And I cannot wait to see you on the next video.